in my previous video that I posted, I showed you how you can take sheet metal components in an Inventor assembly and export it out to a PDF, a DXF file, as well as a step file. Well, I spoke about exporting out to a flat step file. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how you're able to create the 3 different file types using the Micrographics tool for Inventor DXF Exporter. Now, to access that, you can just go Google Tools for Inventor Micrographics. I will put the link in the blog that I'm attaching this video to. And then just go download that. There's a 15-day trial, and if you like what you see, then you can purchase it through either Micrographics or online as well. So for this, to go to the DXF Exporter, so DXF Exporter, and it opens up the DXF Exporter for me. Now with this, you need to have an assembly open. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is at the top over here, so because my assembly is open up in Inventor behind it, I can then go and click on Scan Assembly. So what it does is it looks at Inventor, the assembly that's open, and then it'll open that up over there. If not all the parts are in an assembly that you've got open, what you can do as well is you can go and add open part files, browse for part files, or even add a folder of part files. Okay. So out of all the components that it's picked up, okay, so 2 are sheet metal, the sheet metal bracket and the frame cartridge body. Okay. And what I want to do now is I want to make sure that the outputs are basically step, PDF, and DXF. So let's see what outputs we've got. Now if I go to my general options, you'll see over here the different outputs. So step file exports. I can export step files, export step file folded model, or export step file as a flat pattern. Okay, so this is quite nice. In my previous video, I said you can only export it out to SAT file, the flat pattern in Inventor. So my workaround was to export as a DXF, bring it back into Inventor, and then create that as the flat pattern DXF, and then just extrude it so that I've got that flat pattern, and then save it as a step file. So there we go. Export step file of flat pattern. That's very cool. Then generate PDF files of the flat patterns. Okay, so this is actually quite nice. So as per template, or A4 up to A0, use a drawing template. So you can go and use your own drawing template over there. And as you saw in my previous video, I had to first then go and open up a new drawing file, IDW or DWG, import my base view, make sure that it's the flat pattern components, and then export it out as a PDF. Okay. And then yes, so that is just the kind of the steps that I wanted to show you. And you can see there's a whole lot of other stuff you can do over here, which I will do in another video as well. Okay, so once that's done, I'm happy with that. So okay. Now one of the great things about this is that if it's not flattened already, this will create a flat pattern for you as well. And you'll notice there you got some geometry options, you got layer options as well, which you can change, put some text inside, so you can actually add additional text inside your DXF file, and then also go and have a unique file naming convention as well, if you want it to be different to the file naming convention of your parts. Okay, so once that's done, I'm happy with that, and then we can go export all rows. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is let's go to the folder that I created, and it's in here, DXF Exporter files, select my folder, and it goes and exports everything for me over there. So in the previous video, I did say that I had about 50 components, which would have then made up 150 different exported files. And with this, all I need to do is sort of run through what I need, add them to my DXF exporter, and then click on export all rows. And then you can see there 1, 2, 3. So there's my step file, my PDF, my DXF file, my PDF, and my step file for the first file, and there's my DXF PDF and step file for my second file. And how easy is that if I had to do as I said, 150 different file formats. And there we go. So Micrographics DXF Exporter, a great tool to have if you are doing lots and lots of sheet metal and you need to export out different formats for the different people working downstream from you. Thank you very much for watching.